This is a Ghetto Geek establishment. Ghetto Geeks, stand up!
Yes, what you saying is GhettogeekTV. We're live, word up, Harsden Picture Palace. And we got our big thing here right now. We got the one and only Pete the Temp. What you saying? How you doing?
Thank you very much. Yeah, good to see you. This is for the pencils left unsharpened, who wrote masterpieces that no one will publish. If you've realised your bills but still have dreams unpaid, then ignite them. This is your red letter days for the dads who are always at work, for the meals on the table left unfathered and the daughters left to get cold. Keep it lit.
I am so blessed. I've wanted to give such a big intro with you, right? Because for me, I got to see you before you actually started performing when you did a TED Talk. You know, and for me, I got inspired by you because my dream is to be a spoken word educator. Why on earth?
Good.
Should there be spoken educators, spoken word educators in every school?
We need a spoken word educator in every school because there's a generation of young people who need to tell their story, and they really need to do it now because we live in crazy times. So we need young people who have confidence to be articulate and to tell their story and to tell their truth and to speak truth to power. And spoken word educators, if we can get more of them in schools, people like yourself, and you're doing great stuff, connecting with young people, just giving them the tools to go into school, to go out into the world and tell their truth and to tell it beautifully. Then that, I think, is what will save the world from impending doom.
Talk about it. Like for me, like I was just so inspired by that piece. It gave me goosebumps when you actually did your TED Talk. And then, I'll be honest with you, I'm very naive, and I started to learn that obviously you've been a big deal for a hot minute. And then I got to see you as Pete the Temp rather than Pete Veerder. You know, Pete the Temp, the performer, and I got to see some of your amazing work. And you're a political activist as well as a spoken word artist. How would you describe yourself? You kind of cover a musician, you cover so many different realms. If someone said, what are you? What do you say?
Yeah, sometimes I find time to sleep and like have relationships and like have dinner with friends and stuff. You know, once a year, every year. But I mean, I'm just very lucky to be part of this artistic movement of spoken word, and to I think also like the word activist we have to be really careful with because like sometimes I get introduced as an activist and then it's like, well, you know, he's an activist or he's a spoken word artist. And I think it's really important for all of us to remember that we all have a voice. We're all spoken word artists. You know what I mean? We're all experts with language, and also we're all activists. And now, like, we can't make any differentiation between that person's an activist because now we're all involved. We all know what time it is, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to activism, I think like. Some people go to protests, you know, some people's activism is like, you know, people who put on spoken word nights, they're activists, you know, they're social facilitators, they're creating communities. That's a massively political thing. You create spaces of empathy where people tell their story, that's really important too. Okay, we need to do other things as well, but whatever creativity we have, 2017, this is going to be the year where it really kicks off, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Wow. Preach! I don't know, I'm learning. I didn't realise this night we're activists. That's something I just took from that there, which I thought, wow, you're right actually, I totally get that. So we all play our part in making that change within society, so thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to you absolutely smashing it right now. It's a shame that we're not allowed to have the loop pedal kind of thing going on. Because I'm looking forward to some of your sort of diverse kind of artwork.
If people want to get my loop stuff, they can find it. Just Google my name, find me on YouTube or my website. But like tonight, this is like I think this is you can do more with spoken word. Sometimes you can take the audience to different places. Yeah. And it's nice to be able to like just go to some other places.
Yes.
So you can go to there's a bigger emotional and intellectual range that you could do with just words on their own. Wow. So I'm looking forward to doing that tonight. This amazing night.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
The question that I kind of leave is a bit of a random one.
Yeah.
According to your opinion, what is the difference between rap and poetry?
Well, I mean, the literal translation of rap is rhythm-assisted poetry, right? So, I mean, they're cousins, and we have to not think that poetry is a high art and rap is a low art because you ask, you know, a page poet to do rap, and you know, it's a very difficult thing to do. So And I think spoken word is interesting because the world of the page and the world of the stage and the street art form of rap, they're all coming together and they're fertilizing each other. So I think like the world of rap can learn from the world of page poetry and can learn by reading loads of cool stuff. And the world of page poetry can learn from rappers in how to improvise in stagecraft as well. Really, really important. So I think it's interesting times that we're living in, that these two things are coming together in spoken word.
Do you know what's so dope is every time I ask that question, people go, "Oh," and they get a bit stumped. You're like, "Got this."
I don't know.
It's so, like they have to have a little second before they kind of prepare their response, and you just went.
Yeah, I've been waiting for somebody to put a
It
camera in my
felt
face
like
and
it
email
actually
me,
felt like that.
interview me about my opinions for a long time.
I felt like that. I was so dope. I was like, you got that. Do you know what? I'm just so thankful for your time. Looking forward to you about to go up now and actually smash it. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
Word
dude.
Up and
Great
all
pleasure.
of the team. Yeah, this is Ghetto Geek TV. Ghetto Geeks, stand up.
Yay!